you've really been on the road, and should I say on air, not radio, but you're flying from one place to the other. But before we get into that, like let's look at how the journey started for us, Phil. Like, at what point did you know that music is for me?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to God Almighty for the privilege to have music as a tool. But for me, majorly what I would say that music is a bait for me.
Wow.
I'm a soul winner, I'm a fisher of men to what they call. So I represent kingship and priesthood. So for me, I got to understand that music is it's a yes for music because it serves as a major tool for me as a bait to reach my goal. So I think from the year 2005, I knew that music is the ultimate bait for me to use.
Wow, awesome. What was how did the journey begin? Where was it? Was it a first song? Was it a choir? Was it an instrument?
I started out poems to my classmates, in school. So I would write like Christian poems to encourage you, and all that. So they call me the encourager then. So I started converting my poems into sounds. So I had a friend called Dave, and a lady joined us later on, Sunda, but she later left. So myself and Dave, he had a musical background. So if I write my poems, he convert them into melodies. So we started reciting it in church, in our FCS then. So we're getting serious commendations. So every Sunday we come up with something new. Every Sunday we come up with something new. So when I left the school by 2005, I started making it official, started recording it, and it became singles. From singles became an EP, then album. 2005 ending like November 11th or thereabout, we did the official release and
Awesome.
Before you came, we were talking about how you've been able to create like a niche for yourself with your songs. So once you hear a sound like yours, we know where it's coming from. It's very easy now for you to hear like a Hausa song that sounds, and the first person that will come to mind is like Malam Rasil. So I would just want to know at what point you decided to streamline it to that, because for most people it's music, it's gospel, and then you maybe just want to do hip hop, or you just want to follow a particular pattern. But it's as if you decided to do something different.
The northern feel.
Yeah, you decided to bring that. So at what point was
so
it
like
for you?
it's a process in life, where you grow. For me, it wasn't even like this at first. I started out with rap music. Then
Really? We played one of your songs, which is with the reggae style.
Yes. So I started out with rap music. From rap music, I went to reggae music. I've done reggae so deeply in this country. I've received national awards with reggae music.
Really?
I've received mega awards in Lagos.
Wow.
I've brought people, big time artists from Kingston to my concert in reggae. I brought Lester Lewis.
Right.
Jesus is the winner, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I brought Lester Lewis to my concert down immediately, and all that. So I was deep in it, but I got to a point where I started asking God, I want to touch the world.
Yeah.
What is the impact? How do I go about my impact? I was fasting and I was praying for the next phase of what I needed to do. So God gave me an answer that I'm still unraveling. God said to me that if you can affect your immediate community, then you will touch the world. And I was in Maiduguri by then. So the Adamawa and Maiduguri feel, I know my immediate community and my locals.
Yeah.
So I rerouted back to my roots, and then I started out. I knew I'm from a royal home, so it's kingship and priesthood. Combining it brought about the dressing.
I was going to get to that.
So combining the mandate and the assignment of the kingship and priesthood now brought about the dressing. If I want to affect my immediate community, then I know I have to simplify sounds. I have to sing music that the market woman can relate to it, and she will find solace. I have to sing music that children can relate to it. That I was adding some level of humor to my sounds. I have serious message, but then I put a level of humor. So when you get there, you get a point that you feel a little bit relaxed, and it sticks in your mind in such a way that you don't forget.
That's right.
So I started doing that. So 1 year later, I started releasing my northern song. That's how I put a hold on my reggae journey. And a lot of my fan base, some transited with me, some are still expecting up till now, and some are still angry up till now.
I don't know, but I feel like one day you're going to just surprise us with the raga style.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, I think I had a full album of my reggae music that I did not release.
Whoa!
Because I was hearing God.
Yes,
that's more important.
At this point of my life, literally, even as I'm talking, like I knew I heard God.
Yeah.
Because it was just. I had a senior friend called Pastor Obed Akanya. He told me that he's still amazed that I did a sudden flip. And it was with such a speed. And I was telling him that it's like that because I heard God. I agree because I heard God. So it now happened in such a way that it feels as though I've been in the journey for so many years.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, all right, so there's this song that you did, right? And you're going to tell us the story behind the song after we've played the song. It is one song that is on the streets in northern Nigeria and beyond. And I'll tell you why I said beyond, excuse me, when we return after this. So we're going to take a short break. And after that, you're going to listen to the song. And I'm sure a lot of you know this song. But then we'll just pay some bills and then we'll be right back.
From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet, you can connect with Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
This is Eagles 102.3 FM.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. In my motor, on my way to Yola. From a distance, I saw a bungalow. Some people call it trailer. My dog body, this trailer lose control. I also lose control, and I started tumbling. I tumbled number one, and I tumbled number two. Then I shouted, Jesus, I say not touch. Said I am finished. Said I am finished. Say not touch. Why you? Say I party. Say not touch. Say I am finished. Say not touch. Why you? Say I party. Say not touch. No perform against me shall prosper. No perform against you shall prosper. Babu machine shaitan. Wonders I saw many. No perform against me shall prosper. No perform against you shall prosper. Babu keep a mugu. Wonders I saw maker. Me I be God picking. I no go fear any trouble. Oh, hey. Yes, you be God picking. Make you no fear any trouble. No shame in your bigger. Say no. Say a party. I not touch. Say no touch. Say a party. I not touch. Say no touch. Say a party. I not touch. Say no touch. Say a party. I not touch. Wanda ya taba idanun Ubangiji. Wanda ya taba idanun Ubangiji. Wanda ya taba idanu ubangiji wanda ya taba ni wanda ya taba ni ya taba idanu ubangiji wanda ya taba ni ya taba idanu ubangiji wanda ya taba ni ya taba idanu ubangiji wanda ya taba ni wanda ya taba ni ya taba idanu ubangiji.
Do you know that even if this is your first time of hearing the song, like there's something for you to actually just add your voice to?
This song is like the party starter. Let's say you're just in the place and everybody's like, oh, like say you don't know what's happening, you don't know what they're saying in Hausa, but you want to dodge it.
Exactly. Yeah. Beautiful song, and Dutch became like the in thing, in Nigeria. Like even people, like she said,
Still
that
is.
still is.
Yeah.
Yes, that don't even understand Hausa, but they know that there's one place that you're going to dodge.
And you have to dodge.
And you dodge.
Because the devil cannot see you.
Exactly. Is there a story behind the song?
Yeah, it's actually a true life testimony for me.
Yeah.
The accident scene that you heard in the verse was actually real. I was traveling from Jos to Yola, and I sincerely had an accident. Just shortly after Bauchi, my way to Gambia. Yeah. I had an accident where I lost control. One of my front tire, the passenger side, busted.
Whoa.
And it's like it's an ascending and descending hill. So there was a trailer descending, I was ascending. So when the front wheel got busted, yes. I lost control. Literally. I lost control, and the trailer was coming with such a speed. So the next thing for me was to swipe into,
the lane.
The shoulder.
Oh, shoulder.
The moment I swiped into the shoulder, the thing just swiped itself into the bush. So it was just going. I can't tell it to come back. And that's how I started tumbling into the bush. And I had a friend called Foniji. He said, Rasfil, I wonder how you waited till the third time before you shot your
Really though?
A typical Nigerian will be shouting, Jesus!
Now I'm telling you in story.
Yeah.
So I have to make it poetic, I have to make it musically balanced. So it's just like when you read the Bible. Sometimes it's not, if you're going to tell the story as it is, it takes the whole world to paint the books that can tell the story. So
that's right.
Like in summary is what I'm telling you, but I literally didn't wait till the third tumble before I shouted.
Yeah. And
it was really an experience really, that I felt, let me share this testimony with someone. Perhaps it will encourage someone in trying times. Some people that are going through things, accident literally, not necessarily a car accident or a domestic accident. It can be accident with your relationship.
That's right.
It can be accident with your place of work.
Yes,
It can be accident with your school, and everything that you do. So basically I feel that sharing that story has done a lot. And funny enough, small children too love the music. They love that particular song so much, that I've been to so many children's events.
I have watched your videos performing the song, and I think the energy never goes down. Like the energy, either it's an old person or a young person.
Yeah.
And there are particular songs that you just know this has to be from God.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm so positive that this is one of those songs.
We were talking about something in the morning about how a song could be about something serious, but because of the way the song comes or the message is when you listen that you get the message.
Exactly.
And you said something about your song having humor.
Yes.
When you listen to the song, you'll be tempted to keep laughing.
Yes.
But at the same time, you can actually feel the weight of what the song is saying.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your songs now and writing, is there a particular thing that triggers? Is there a particular focus? Is there a particular message you're trying to plan down?
The climax of it for me is my message going out there. So the trigger is real life stories, Bible stories, but I am particular about having my message becoming relatable, and then people really understanding. I am very particular about simplifying what I do, so that normal people can understand, musical people can relate to it, and all that. So I am very, very particular about passing a message.
Awesome. Now let's look at how you've been able to part of the caption on Eagles FM's handle page, Instagram, it talks about you sharing stage with people like Sinach, and all. and we're going somewhere with the question. But if you can, you're a very humble person.
Yeah.
Somebody that's easy to relate with, and who are some of those people that you have shared the same stage with? I'm going somewhere with that. That's why I'm asking.
All right. So for me, sharing stage is it's a great privilege for you to share stage with people that have done justice to their right and assignment.
Yeah.
But for me, it's all the way up and all the way down.
Yeah.
So I've shared people with children that have not been known. I've shared people with a lot of people that have been known. I've had collaborative opportunities with some of the greatest people that have passed through, most especially the mainstream gospel music in Nigeria. I was privileged to feature Samuel Boso in the song you were playing earlier on. I featured people like Chris Morgan. I featured so many people on songs. I've shared stage with people like Sinach, Frank Edward. I don't think there is anybody up there, Adaihi, up there in the mainstream music on the Nigerian platform that I have not come in contact with.
Why are you still the same person? Why? After all this, and then I'm sorry to interrupt. Watching you minister at the Glory Dome to thousands of people. I've seen you at places where there are uncountable number of people, and you are still Rasfield.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for me, many times when I step out of the glamour, I always picture me from the islands of where I'm coming from. So I always feel like it's like let me put it this way. It's like a person that God has given a mandate. So the mandate is God's mandate, not mine.
Absolutely.
So I remove myself from the equation many times.
Yeah.
I see people shouting, people doing this, but many times when I come out of the glamour, I remove myself from it and allow God takes his place.
Wow.
So it doesn't enter my head. I don't feel like they are giving me this applause or anything from me. I feel they're giving it to the assignment that God gave me. So I allow God to take his glory. So it doesn't really, I'm not different. Nothing is different.
Exactly. It's always not different. Now let's look at when it comes to young people who just want to be like Rasfield. Some people just want to be like Rasfield. Like, Rasfield has it all so easy. It's so easy to be Rasfield.
They want the glamour.
And the glitz. Yeah.
So first of all, it's just like a journey of a mother giving birth to a child. First of all, the child is giving birth to, then the child starts crying. One day the child begins to crawl, the child begins to walk, jump and run around. So it's a journey, so take it one step at a time.
One step at a time.
Always take it one step at a time. Whatever God put in your hands to do at every point in time, do it well. Do it to the best of what you think is your ability, and even above what you think is your ability. Just put in your all at every point in time you have any assignment at hand. So all these assignments will keep adding up. This one leads to that one leads to this one. It's just like relationship. You meet this person today, and then you give the best of you in that relationship. This person introduces you to that person, and he will recommend to that person because he already have a relationship with that person, and tell that person that this person is a good person. So from that one, it leads to another. It becomes a big cycle. So that's how the journey is.
Okay, so I hear you on this, but I also understand that there are creatives who have been doing things, and then years later they still don't have anything to show. But then we have, I think we were talking about it earlier on, that I watched your live performance recently, and I was blown. We've always talked about the fact that we love live performances. So when I listened to that, from the instrumentalist to the backup to you to everything was just check. Which I feel is something that some of these creatives need to understand. So I feel you might also need to just touch on when it comes to maybe how you package a lot of people, a lot of creatives, how they package themselves for these stages now. I feel that there's a gap there. For most creatives, I feel there's a gap. A little small, big gap.
Alright, so it didn't just start in a day. I've sung with soundtrack for over 10 years. before I could
get to that
have a stable band. Right now I have a band in almost 3 cities in Nigeria.
Wow.
Amazing.
Excellent people working. So I want to give it up for my management. You know, my management did a lot. My manager, by the way, shout out to my manager. My manager is in the studio with me today. So my management did a lot to ensuring and insisting that we do justice to live music. It's expensive to work with live musicians in Africa. Most especially if you're not working with a signed band. You know, so many times you have to babysit adults.
I feel you.
You know, so many times you have to keep babysitting adults simply because you want to have the best out of them. So sometimes this one will come, my mother is sick in the village, I have to go, you have to take care of that. Apart from the conventional payments. Because we're in the church system, you don't, some of the meetings, the payments are not definite. So you have to keep going back to your purse to cover up, you know, for certain things. So if you don't have other means of income, it's going to be really, really draining. You know, quite stressful. But above all, God has been faithful. You know, He who calls you to the assignment is just faithful and just to keep to His own part of the commitment. So God has been so faithful, and you know, it's quite a journey. But I believe it's something that is doable for everybody in the system. So just know that when you set out for it, you can start small. And let it grow from one stage to the other.
All right, so we are live on Facebook and YouTube right now at Eagles FM Abuja, at Eagles with an S, Eagles FM Abuja, and we would love to read from you. You're wondering we're not playing lots of the songs. We'll finish all the talk and then we play the songs back to back, okay? The songs back to back. Now, as we trickle down to the wrap-up of the interview, so quickly go to Facebook and YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja. And we would love to read. I'm sure sometimes, you know, they would love to hear that. Some kind of feedback will really do a great deal. Now, to people who are not sure if they've heard from God, we want to do gospel, but, you know, we just want to do gospel, but we're not sure. And they're listening to this program.
Basically, everybody is called.
Yeah.
The gospel is the good news of God.
Yes.
So everybody that God has saved, He has called. So it's, and then music is a tool, is a craft. First of all, you have to be a musician before you can be able to preach with the tool. Craft. You know, so long as you have the gift of music, it's just for you to hew your craft to fit into passing the message of the good news. You know, so it's and don't get it twisted. It doesn't have to be in the four corners of the church. So long as it's the good news, you are positive about what God told you. You know that this message is going to cause positive, you know, impact on people. Go ahead and do it.
Go ahead.
Stop and don't give limitations and don't put yourself in a box. Not everybody is called to be in the temple. Not everybody is a temple musician. Some are in the temple, some are in the marketplace. You know, some are in corporate organizations. But the most important thing is stick to your assignment. Here, you know, watch out for what makes you you, and then stick to it. The best a copier can do is to be a number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
So, your last word.
Oh,
you have a final question?
Do I have the? Oh, well, so there's something else I noticed that he does that I really like, and it's playing in the background actually when he like picks songs and do like a house version of it. I really enjoyed them.
Oh, the cover.
The covers.
Yes.
I think the first one I saw was Johnson's song.
Yes.
I was like, wow, so this song can be like this. And then, you know, I got to find out that there were other songs too, and I listened.
By the way, we have a lot of more covers coming.
Oh,
amazing.
So for the first time, let's introduce to the world that one of the covers we're releasing is from my friend Yes, Baba, no turning back, the house of God. A lot of people have bombarded my. Even this morning, I received about 10 messages on my Facebook.
Yes.
You know, people asking, we've been waiting for this cover. When are you dropping it?
Oh,
it's
my
dropping,
goodness.
I think by God's grace this week. So
awesome.
Oh my God.
Awesome. So it means that by next week Sunday we can play it on air.
We're going to
awesome.
stop there with us. Amazing.
So the covers actually is, for me, I feel that a revival is happening, and somehow my people are not plugging into it. So if it is happening in songs, let me translate it to my people so that they can understand that this is what this means. Let me give them in the way they will understand. So that let my people, in the entire northern Nigeria understand that this is what is happening. This is what it means. This is what is going on. This is what God is saying through this song. Basically, that's the primary essence.
All right. Before we let you go, what is the message from Razfield to every Nigerian listening right now? Every person from northern Nigeria. What is your message? If I meet Razfield on a day that he's not on stage, what should I hold on to that this is you? What's the message?
First of all, I want people, not just in the northern Nigeria, but every human being should stay positive.
Positive.
Positive does a lot to your energy, does a lot to everything you do. Secondly, love is the ultimate.
Absolutely.
If a man loves his brother, he won't kill him.
That's right.
If a man loves his friend, he won't steal from him.
I agree.
If a man loves his neighbor, he won't covet from his neighbor. If a man, so love is the ultimate. So stay loving, stay positive.
Stay loving, stay positive. And that's what we wrap up. Thank you so much, Razfield, for coming.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited, honestly.
A great honor.
Thank you.
Time flew fast.
It's
It was amazing.
powerful woman. Del is one of the women I respect beyond just on air and all that. And my sister, yes,
Thank
she's a
you.
wonderful person.
Thank you so much.
And to
sir.
Eagles FM and all the people out there, we love you all. Stay positive, stay loving. Now go day.
Now, you need to add your name to that because now we're going to extract that and it's going to be part of what will be put in here. So let's hear you again.
So hello people, Sunana Malam Razfield, and to everyone out there, just stay loving, stay positive out there. Now go day.
All right, so we're going to keep that. We're going to use that. So permission to use that.
Go ahead.
All right, so this is where we wrap up.
Well, thank you so much, Bala Razfield, for coming.
Yes.
I had a great time on Gospel on Spot today. It was like, let's not put stop, but sorry, we have to go.
All right, we have to go. And every Sunday from 11, always tune in. So we'll take a short break. The next time you will be hearing our voices, it will be Home Affairs.
Ya ubamu, wenda kesama, kuchere.